Welcome to Kletus Roadside Service. I'm your host, Kletus Ray. We're having another good day. I don't remember. I titled last episode "Good Day." I don't remember what I fucking talked about. So just had to find something to put in there. But we are having a good day today. Kind of late day. I didn't get in till after 4 o'clock. But that was I planned on leaving the shop at 4 o'clock. But then I was tired. So I stayed asleep a little bit longer, and I had already talked to my boss and said, "Hey man, you're sending me on a decent little run tomorrow." I said, "Yeah." I, the earliest I could clock in at the time I was clocking out, it was like 4 o'clock almost. I was like, I could. The earliest I could be able to clock in is fucking 2. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Dude, take an hour away for driving home and driving here in the morning." Off my 10-hour, rest period or whatever. I was like, that gives me 9 hours, and that gives me like no time at home. I got stuff I want to do at home. He's like, well, just come in later. I'm like, I can do that. He's like, yeah, just come in later. I said, all right, if you're cool with it, I'm gonna come in late tomorrow. I said, yeah, I'm fine with that. Because I had plans, buddies. I had fucking plans. Why am I going so fucking slow? The cruise control in this truck still is something to get used to. Like, I'm way far away from that guy ahead of me, but he's going 60 in a 70, and it just slowly slows me down. I don't even realize it until I look down at the knob. I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, why am I getting passed by the guy that I just passed? Oh, it's because I'm slowing down for Ruan, you fuckheads! Speed up, bitch! Anyways, sorry, I just got done listening to a bunch of 303. Yeah, I never forgot about 303. I just haven't listened to it in a long time. I was like, I need me some 303 today. I don't know why, but I'll tell you what, 303 has some bangers, dude. Their 2008 album, whatever the fuck it's called, all their songs are capitalized. I am bouncing. Why am I bouncing right now? Anyways, all their songs that are like all capitalized and not spaced out, them songs are good. I like them songs. I just listened to the whole album. But no, all right. So yesterday wasn't too bad. I did have to go to the landfill. Not a big deal. I got my load. I got back to the shop. I got offloaded, reloaded, landfill, back to the shop, and home. And I drove the Jeep yesterday, so I drove that home. I tried to not use the air conditioning. See if I can boost up that fuel mileage. Is it going to work? I don't know. All right, set the cruise control. Now the guy this guy's been following me for a long time, but I feel like I can go faster than him. But now I'll follow him. He's been following me for hours, so I'll follow him for hours again. What I was going to talk about was I got home. I will say, yeah, I got home and I was a little bit lazy because I wanted to sit around for a little bit. Wasn't really feeling like. Now that the air conditioning is going, and my garage is not air conditioned, but it does get pretty fucking cool in there compared to outside. So I got home and I specifically made sure I left the garage door shut. Went inside. I grabbed all the tools out of my Jeep and my square body. because I didn't know what tools I was going to need to do the things I was about to do. So I grabbed everything, brought it inside, and then I sat on the couch, ate some Oreos, and watched some YouTube. And then I was like, all right, well, I should probably get up and get going here soon. Dude, I think my trailer, this is riding rougher than normal. I've been driving it for a long time, but I think it's running a little bit more rough than normal. I think my trailer doesn't have air in the bags. It might have air in the bags. It looks tall. Maybe it's just this fucking highway. I forgot how bouncy the highway is. Anyways, and then I started to watch. I was like, all right, before I install these Supermoto wheels, I need to watch a video. I know there's videos out there, and the closest I could get was a guy had a DRZ 400 that he bought these same wheels for, but they're a little bit different. So I watched him, and I don't know, he was fucking beating around the bush the whole fucking time. He's like, how long can I make this video? Hey, shut the fuck up and put the fucking wheels on the goddamn dirt bike, you fucking dumbass. Just kidding. I need to be nice to there's a way station up here. Let's see if we go in it. But anyways, I tried to watch the video, and then my wife and the children got home, and I was like, please don't leave both children here with me. She's like, why not? I'm like, well, because they're going to be up my ass the whole time when I need to focus. I already spent my lazy time. I need to focus time now. She's like, all right. She took my daughter, which, yeah, my daughter's the one that would be behind me the whole time telling me, can I get the trampoline out? Can I get the bike out? My baby, where's my baby? Just needing something the entire time. So, but I love her so much, obviously. It's just like, you can't get anything done with her. Like I was bleeding the brakes on the Jeep, and she kept getting stuck on her bike and needing. I'm like laying on the ground under the Jeep. And she's like, my bike is stuck, and she's like screaming at me, and I'm like, fine. I get up, and then she's, oh, I got it. I'm like, hey, lady, you're tearing me up, okay? Tearing me up, trying to bleed my damn brake, and then the whole time I'm under the Jeep or whatever, she's in there just turning on the steering wheel, having a good time. She's having a good time, but no, she likes to be involved, but she doesn't like to do anything when it comes time to do anything, which is fine. She's 5. She's just a perfect little kid. But yeah, getting work done with her is a little bit of a hassle. So she left my son at home when she just sat inside and played video games the whole time, and I was kind of cool with that because it was a little aggravating. The video that I watched, the guy was like, he messaged the seller, KKE, the wheels that I got, and he asked him if they mailed any hardware with it, and he said the seller said no. But then he opened his package and there was hardware in it, and I was like, oh, I don't remember seeing hardware in mine. Maybe I just missed it. So I go down there, no fucking hardware. I was so upset because I was really hoping to get hardware so I wouldn't have to steal all of my bolts off of my dirt wheels, because now if I ever want to switch back to the dirt tires, which I'm going to at some point in time, I'm going to wait until I have an off-road trip planned or something. But now I got to swap all the fucking bolts back, and I Loctited everything. So I'm just going to order a set of wheel hardware for the DR. Hopefully that'll take care of it. But yeah, I got everything out. Stuff was Loctited, so it was a little bit of a pain. But I used a little bit of heat, and popped it right out. What is going on? Cruise control, turn off. done with you. So first things first, I wanted to do the front wheel. So I got the bike to sit on the stand where the front wheel was up off the ground. And yeah, getting the original one off was pretty quick and easy. Getting the other one on was a little bit of a pain because I didn't. There was instructions, but it was just for like the bearings and stuff. I didn't have instructions on how that brake relocation bracket went. So I was like, oh damn, how the fuck does this go? And I had to just kind of mess around with it and figure it out, and I got it. It replaced. I thought it was just a relocation bracket, like the brake bolts here, and now this bolt you move it and it bolts here, but no, it actually replaces part of your caliper. And I had to remove a little dust shield grommet and a slide rod. I had to remove those off of my old piece. So now, even if I wanted to switch back to dirt, unless I get another large brake disc, I'm gonna have to, take the damn caliper apart too. But I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run into this fucking place real quick. And we're back. Sorry, had to run in there. I know you guys didn't wait at all, but gosh, had to get me some of that delicious breakfast. I try to wait later into the day. Try to wait a while to eat. I like my body to wake up a little bit before I start shoving food in it. And then I really shouldn't have shoved food in it, but other people eat breakfast. Why can't I? Okay? Fuck off. I want some breakfast. Alright, so like I was saying, just to recap, the brakes, I had the caliper, the part of it. Alright. So once I got that figured out, and I had to go run around and find my C-clamp because these brake discs are a little bit thicker than the original ones. I mean, obviously, because the original ones are, I think, originals. Probably the disc is probably the original disc from 1999. I just don't see. I don't hear about people having to replace their discs very often. Oh, we got a trooper. He's wanting to wait on somebody. Don't wait on me, bud. I'm out of here. I'm hitting the road. Come on, Brenda. Where's the gear at? There it is. So, anyways, got all that done. Got the relocation bracket installed. Then I had to unmount so my brake line. Long time ago, when I had just got the bike, basically, the brake line was routed the wrong way around the fork, and which caused it, and it had really soft springs up front. So every time I used the front brakes, the front end would come down real far, and as it came down, the little tubes that the brake line is supposed to go through, that's supposed to slide, it was not sliding. It was just bowing out, and it was bowing the wrong direction. It was bowing into the tire. So every time I hit the brakes, my tire was rubbing on the brake line. Not good. Didn't realize that until I had no front brakes one day, which is fine. You got rear brakes, but and downshifting and whatnot. But it was a shock when I came to I'm squirting brake fluid, and where it cut through the line was right at the tire. So It's every time I hit the brakes, front brakes, it was squirting brake fluid onto my tire, which is, I feel like it's also not good. You know, any sort of liquid when you're not expecting liquid on your tire, you know, is not good. Anyways, so I had to replace the brake line. I was dumbass. I didn't measure it. I just ordered one. It came and it was, I don't know what the fuck it was for. It was not for a DR650, but it was just long enough. Like literally just long enough. So, anyways, when I'm trying to put this relocation bracket on, obviously the caliper's got to go in a different spot, and I thought it was gonna just go like the relocation bracket was just gonna mount it further back. Turns out, I unhooked it from the fork. There's a little screw there. Unhooked the brake line from the fork, brought it around, was able to get the brake pod, brake caliper on and mounted. Everything's good, and then the brake line, I was able to bring that bracket over and attach it again. It didn't bring it just straight back. It brought it up and back. So cool, because I had already started adding a new brake line to the Amazon cart for tomorrow. I was like, this is some bullshit. Tomorrow, I'm going to order this for tomorrow, and then I'll get a new brake line, and then I'll be able to ride it. But I was even thinking about riding it. I was already planning on riding it. Brakes or no brakes, I'm riding this motherfucker, is what I said to myself. But anyways, got the front wheel on. Yeah, it has some seals. It's already got the bearings in there, and then it's got some seals. I hammered the seals in there. One of them started to get a little bit chewed up. I was using a socket that was just a fucking tiny hair smaller than what the seal was. And I was using my dead blow hammer, and it just kept ripping it up. I don't know. So maybe I was supposed to use some lube. I don't know. But I got that dust seal put in there. Eventually, it went in straight, and I didn't tear it up too much. Just a little bit of the rubber kind of ripped off of it, but the actual seal part is completely contained and everything's good. We're not going to get any dust or dirt into our axle. So the front wheel is done now. I get everything tightened up and mounted. We're good. Then I moved to the rear, and last time I took the rear wheel off, just that rear brake caliper is a pain in the ass because it's on a slider, and it wants to, well, when I first took it apart, it was seized up a little bit, so I had to, get it unseized, and now the motherfucker moves around with you, so it's a little bit of a bitch to get, especially those knobbies, well, and these street tires, because they're both probably just as wide as each other. But to get them to fit in there, there's not a whole lot of clearance in there. They ride really close to the swing arm. Oh, and well, hold on, the front wheels. Oh yeah, the brake disc. I swapped that over. So, anyways, now moving to the rear wheel, and that was another thing that I thought. I looked at the listing, and it didn't look like it come with a rear hub. So I figured I was just going to use my stock rear hub on there, but it was dirty and nasty. Well, it came with a rear hub, so that was cool. And I had the new sprockets and chain. So I go, before I even mess with the rear wheel, really, I get the rear wheel taken off the bike, but I'm going to assemble the new rear wheel outside of the bike, make sure I get all the seals in the right spot and spacers in the right spot, get the hub put together, and the brake disc. It came with a new rear brake disc. So, but I had to use my hardware off of my original. So I take my original part, put everything on the other one. The sprocket is the wrong size. Unfortunately, the rear sprocket has too small of a center bore that it would not fit on my bike, and I was very upset because I was looking at my old chain. I took my old chain, I took the master link out, I slung that shit, and I threw it across the fucking garage. I did not. I was like, I'm upset with that chain because it's a shitty chain. But I had to go pick it back up because I was not about to use the front sprocket with the old chain and the old rear sprocket. So it made no sense for me to swap any of the chain or sprocket shit over until I get the new rear sprocket, which is coming. I got to return this one. It's a whole DID kit. It said it was for a DR650, so I don't know why it didn't work. So I had to take my old fucking sprocket off my other wheel. I cleaned it up. Also, it was looking like shit. Cleaned it up, threw it on that new hub with the old hardware, and the brake disc fit just fine because it came with the fucking wheel. So I was hoping that would fucking fit. And then I just had to finagle that motherfucker back on there. But I got it. I got it on there. I got all the spacers where they need to be. I got all the dust shields in. Everything was great. So got the rear wheel on, and then they came not aired up. And I still can't tell if they have a tube or if they're tubeless. There's the guy that was watching the video. He's like, "Oh, they have spoke wheels, so they're gonna have tubes in them." And I'm like, that doesn't necessarily mean a fucking thing, you dumbass. I was like, these are nice wheels. They might have put the fucking what is it called? The fucking sprocket tape or whatever the fuck they call it in there, and they could be tubeless. And I'm starting to think they might be tubeless, or even with a tube tire, it can trick you because as you're airing up a tube inside of a tire on a rim, air is escaping from the inner tube airing up from the bead or whatever. So, not sure. I don't know. They're probably two, but I don't know. Anyways, I had to air them motherfuckers up, and I pull out the old trusty, dusty, tiny little out of the trash air compressor because my my big ass nice air compressor is a fucking giant hole in the bottom of it. Still, I have not fixed it yet. You can get off my ass. I'm not gonna cut off another truck because of you and your fucking Altima. Is that an Altima? Yeah, it's Altima. Anyways, let's see. Tires are on. They're aired up. They're ready to go. But then I said, "Oh wait, I have a windshield also." Before I go out, I really wanted to just go out and ride it like that. But I was like, while I still have it on the stand, while I still have all the tools, while I'm still dirty and everything, well, I went and washed my hands at least because I had chain grease all over my fucking hands. I was like, let me just install the fucking windshield also. Grab the windshield, get it all put together. That one's interesting because it replaces your handlebar clamp caps. I was looking at it kind of weird. I'm like, wait, I thought it attached to the handlebars. Well, it kind of does. It's the caps for your handlebars. You take those off, and then this whole bracket assembly on either side goes on, and then it's got another little clamp that this like tubular bar comes up and then mounts inside of. And yeah, I kind of fucked up because I mounted those brackets on there. Then I tried to undo the fucking caps for the mounting bar bracket, and I could not get an Allen wrench in there to save my fucking life. I should have just taken it back apart, but I went ahead and struggled through it. I went looking for another Allen wrench, even though I just bought at the fucking Harbor Freight. I just bought a whole set of Allen 3/8 Allen bits. So I had all the right bits, but I couldn't fucking fit my ratchet and shit up in there. So, but I struggled with just a regular old Allen wrench. I eventually got them opened up enough that I could slide the tube down I slid it all the way down because I wasn't sure where I wanted it. Slid it all the way down. Then I mounted the windshield on there, and I mounted it with the big side up because I figured the larger side up would, and it's the shorter side too. And that I think it looks better this way, but I'm going to switch it later. We'll talk about that in a second. Anyways, I get the windshield mounted up. Finally, everything's good to go. I pull it out and I go. Oh, I yell at my son. I said, "Hey, I'm leaving for a little bit. I'll be right back." He said, "Ah." It just made a noise, so I knew he was alive. And hopped on the fucking DR 650, fucking covered in fucking dirt and grease, because I decided to change my wheels and tires right in the same spot that I changed my ball joints last, and I still haven't cleaned any of it up. So there's grease and fucking melted crayon and shit all over the fucking floor. I was just sitting in it. But anyways, got everything on, took some glamour shots. I made sure to take some glamour shots before I ride it. What if I wreck this motherfucker? I want to know what it looked like. So I didn't wreck it, but I took it out, went around the block a couple of times, came back to the house. I had to adjust something. The windshield was tilted back a little bit too far, so I adjusted that, put it straight up and down, and I was like, all right, let's see what it's like. And I didn't really want to get up on the highway just yet. I wanted to keep it at minimum speeds of like 50 or whatever, or maximum speeds of like 50. So I took the side road and shit, and I'm just riding around, and I'm just leaning on it, and I got to my the roundabout near my house, and I just went around that motherfucker like 3 times, and I was like, "This is fucking cool." I said, it seems good to me." I got up to like 50 miles an hour. The windshield was doing a good job, so I took it home, parked that motherfucker, went inside. I took more pictures of it, went inside, posted up on Facebook and whatnot. Hung out with my son. He fell asleep. The wife got home. I'm still sitting on the couch. She's like, "You should be in bed." I'm like, "I know." So then I went to bed. Got cleaned up, went to bed. Woke up this morning, checked the weather, said, I actually don't even know if I checked the weather. I just said, I'm riding that motherfucking bike in for sure. I'm going to enjoy the laborious job that I just completed. So wheel it out, fire that fucker up, and hit the damn road, dude. And realized that I couldn't figure out which one was my high beam because now my front end is so much lower. The rear is about the same height. The front is. I got cut off, but yeah, the front's down way far. So I'm gonna lower the rear, and that should bring the front up a little bit. Level it out a little bit. And yeah, I'm excited to get off of work today. It is much later. I had to go through and see where I left you off because it's been hours. It is 12:15 now, so it's a lot later in the day. I got loaded, headed back. This is all I got to do today, which is going to be pretty slick. I'm going to get the landfill around 3. I already called that fuckhead at the landfill. He's a good guy, I guess. He likes to try to splash me with the shit water, which is not cool. He thinks it's funny. If I was sitting in an excavator far away from the splash zone, it would be kind of funny if I try to splash somebody, and even if I get them, like, they're going to get unloaded, they're going to get the fuck out of here, but I wouldn't have to worry about it. But I'm like, hey, man, like, hey, we all joke around. We're all joking around and having a good time. But if you fucking splash me with that fucking shit water, dude, and then I have to go live with myself all day, covered in shit water, Pretty upset about that. And he does it every fucking time because I have to back up right to the pit to offload, and then he waits. He'll put the bucket up against the stream, and it'll splash fucking everywhere, or he'll just flatten his bucket out and just go straight down with it and just create a big fucking splash. Like, these are landfill guys. These are fucking, like, dude, don't get me fucking dirty at the end of my goddamn day. But yeah, back to the bike, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out at the shop before I take off with it. Make sure everything is still nice and tight. I got a couple of tools with me, and they also have a bunch of tools there at the shop. So I'll just go through, make sure everything's nice and tight, staying good, and then hit the road, go home. I just got off the phone with the wife a little bit ago and told her, said I'm going to try to keep tonight pretty uneventful. Going to really do my best to keep tonight not busy. Because I would like to be able to come home, eat some food, relax, and go to sleep at a decent time. Because guess what? My wife ain't the only one I talked to. I talked to a bunch of people today. I talked to Hunter. I talked to 2 truck drivers at my work. I talked to my boss. Then I just talked to my wife. I called her and I said, "Hey, guess what?" She said, "What?" I said, "I get to work this weekend." She's like, "Oh." She's like, "On Father's Day weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah, yep. I get to work this weekend. Hooray for me." I definitely don't want to work this weekend. And my boss said, he's like, "I really need some guys to work this weekend, but I'm not. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I mean, we're struggling." I'm like, "What the fuck do you need me to do? The fuck do you need me to do, dude?" Luckily, it's just one. He's like, just one run to Carthage. So I think if things work out properly, I'm going to try to at midnight, Friday night, midnight morning, Saturday, whatever. Clock in because I can't clock in before midnight because I'd be clocking in on Friday. So clock in as early as I can Saturday at midnight or whatever. And I mean, it doesn't have to be midnight. I can get a little bit more sleep than that, but run down to Carthage, grab a load, turn and burn, come on back, and hopefully be off by like 7 in the morning. And then my son has, well, it shouldn't be 7. It should be less than that, but my son has his first soccer practice, and I guess there's a soccer game. His first deal is a 30-minute practice and then a game. So I don't know. They're just, I don't understand. I thought you went to practice for a while and then you started the games, but they're starting it off day 1. Game. It's gonna be funny. But that's at 10 o'clock in the morning. So 9:30, 10. So, and I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna have to come home, get cleaned up a little bit, and then be ready to go to the game, practice game, and then we can enjoy our Saturday after that. I mean, I will have been up since midnight or whatever time I end up getting up, so I'll probably end up getting pretty tired, or I'm going to just deprive myself of sleep because I want to run around and hang out and have a good Saturday. I'm not going to let work ruin my fucking weekend. Just hang out with everybody on Saturday until Saturday night, but we don't have anything else really going on. And then Sunday is Father's Day, so I really would like to be able to hang out with the kids, do some fun stuff. I'm thinking get the 4-wheeler out, let him ride around on that a little bit. That'd be a lot of fun. That thing has been sitting, doing nothing for too long. Just haven't had the time to mess with it really. I guess I could install the new pull start on the 4-wheeler, and then maybe Mama, whenever I'm not home, not able to hang out, maybe she could fire it up for him. That's all she's got to do. Just turn it on, pull start it, and then let him run. But I got a new drill. So my old drill just didn't spin very fast. I'm thinking my new drill might spin a lot faster. So maybe I will try to. And well, I don't really want to, but I could throw a tack on that flywheel thing. Well, I don't know why. Why would I not throw a tack on it? I could throw a tack on it, so then we always have the bolt to spin. But yeah, if you don't have a drill with the right bit on it, you'll never get the motherfucker started. But I don't know. That might be a good idea to go ahead and just tack that fucking bolt on there, because that never needs to come off. There's no reason that should ever come off. If that engine has any sort of engine failure where I need to take it apart, it's just time for a new engine. And they sell those for like $50. So, not a big deal. The new engine would probably be a 2-stroke, which will give them a little bit more power. A lot louder though. But anyways, Father's Day, yeah, I don't know. I want to hang out with the kids, the wife. I want to have a good day. I want to go out and do some sort of maybe a breakfast thing, or a picnic, or go out to the lake, or just go for a drive. I don't know. Go do something on Father's Day and just have a good time. And have that happen early enough so I can get to bed at a decent time and get enough sleep to go back to work on Monday. Dude, I am counting the fucking days down to my vacation. I am so ready for this fucking vacation. I cannot wait for it. I've got, it's always good to have something in the future to look forward to. So, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to spending an entire week in Florida, having a good time, seeing my buddy. I called him last night. Called old Tyler last night. We chatted for a little bit. He likes my Super Moto DR650. He likes it a lot. I like it a lot too. I knew he would. I think that's what he's always. I think he's always needed to have. Old Tyler, the Florida boy. He needs to get him a dirt bike with street bike tires. That's the perfect mix for him. Because he's a crazy man on a dirt bike, and if he knows he's going to land on grass, he's going to do some crazy shit. But it's a dirt bike, so it's a little slower, a little bit more easier to maneuver, and it's on the street. I don't know. Maybe it's just. I think he's given up. I think he has given up completely on the idea of riding a motorcycle. But I'm not sure. I don't know. He's in Florida. I'm like, dude, you're in Florida. I'd be on a bike all the fucking time. It's like, if you live in Florida and you ain't got a motorcycle, what are you doing? You're doing something wrong. You gotta have a boat and a motorcycle. And A Jeep. He's got a Jeep. He's got the Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's like a 2022 or something. 2020, 2019. I don't know what year it is, but it's nice as fuck. It's got the big V8 in it. It's got 35s on it. Stock height, 35s. It's fucking crazy. Um, but that's his wife's car. He's got the 2022 Chevy Silverado with a 6.2 liter on 33s. Not sure. Oh yeah, trying to keep tires out of my mind. It's not working, but I need to keep tires out of my fucking mind. I get on Facebook and I'm looking at all the Jeeps because I follow a lot of Jeep pages now, and I just keep seeing the XJs on the 35s, and I'm like, that looks so fucking good. There's a guy, Matt's Off Road Recovery, the YouTube channel, big huge YouTube channel. Um, there's a guy on there named Rudy, and I found out he's got his own channel, and he loves XJs. He's got several XJs, and then he just bought. Well, this was 3 years ago, I guess. This video. I'm just now catching up to his videos, but he bought a Comanche, 2-wheel drive Comanche that got rats in it. So he bought it, and I'm just been following along with the build as much as I can, at least. And I'll tell you what, dude, it looks. I'm like, dude, I think I want me a Comanche now. Like, they look so fucking cool. They are so fucking cool. I mean, it's what better? What's better than a fucking? It's a Jeep that's a truck. I wish I was a better fabricator because I would turn my XJ if I had the choice. I'd turn my XJ into a little. It'd be like a crew cab truck and then that little rear section would be a little truck bed. I think that looks fucking cool. If I was a fabricator, you could cut the back end off of a Cherokee, or not a Cherokee, a Wrangler or whatever, and use the back door and the rear, like kind of the rear-ishness of the Cherokee, and have a back door, and then like there's a guy a long time ago, one time in high school, had one. He did that. He chopped the back off, and he had a soft top. I'm not a big soft top type guy, but that looked fucking cool. But, yeah, I don't know. If you're looking for more XJ content, it's out there. People have done anything and everything to an XJ. If you get on Bleepin' Jeep, that he made one. It was an XJ. It's not a Comanche, but I think he chopped the roof off and made it into like a truck bed. So it's a 2-door, but it's still got the short body to it. And then he cut another XJ in half and turned it into a gooseneck, and it looks pretty fucking sweet. Looks pretty fucking sweet. I'm not going that far. I'm not that into it. I'm not trying to be a rock crawler. I think they look really cool with big tires. But everybody's been telling me, they're like, that rear end, you got to get rid of that rear end. The rear end is bad. It's a Dana 35. They're 35. That's what they call them. I found out that the rear end is a 35. The front is a Dana 30. And I don't know. I guess people. I mean, they like to upgrade the front axles quite a bit, but I think most people are cool with the Dana 35 front axle. But the rear axle, everybody wants that price or 8.25 or whatever. Which I'll keep my eyes out for one, I guess. I mean, I don't know. They're acting like they're in every scrapyard across the land. They're just everywhere. So swap it out. Hey, if the opportunity arises, I'll swap it out. That's with my buddy. I used to work at the gas station with him, and then we've been friends ever since. He's the guy that whenever I got in a fight with fucking three dudes, that time I fought three dudes. I think there's a podcast labeled that. I'm not going to get into it right now, but go listen to that one. That was pretty funny. Pretty funny time, get my ass beat by three guys. But uh, he's had a lot of XJs also. And I called him up. I was asking him about the howling noise out back, and he's like, "Dude, get rid of it. Get rid of that axle. Throw it in the trash. They're junk." Like, well, there might be junk, but I'm not trying to off road right now. I'm just trying to drive back and forth to work, and like you're telling me this axle is no good. I can't drive back and forth to work. But he did ask me. He's like, is it straight?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's straight axle." He's like, "No, is it straight? Is it like they're prone to bending?" Like, yeah, it's not bent. Are you crazy? It's not bent. Nobody's jumped this Jeep, or I haven't jumped it yet. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess I do need to go and confirm the Jeep in the backyard doesn't have a Chrysler 8.25. I'm pretty fucking certain it's the same exact setup as what I got. But if I go back there and it's got a fucking Chrysler 8.25, I'll be fucking shocked. Oh, that's what I want to do. I need to do either today or tomorrow is mow. I should really try to do it today. There we go. I'm just creating myself more fucking work. I just said I want to keep today really easy. Come home, eat, basically go to bed. But now I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta mow. I gotta mow. Because I think it's gonna rain the rest of the week, so I'm gonna need to mow today. But got the rider. Shouldn't take a long time. If I can easily bypass that reverse safety switch, I'll be cooking. I'm gonna get to the landfill at 3, but I'm thinking if I go ahead and stop and grab some lunch, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. I might do that. Might just do that. Would be pretty cool to stop and get some lunch. Stopped this morning, got me a bacon and a sausage breakfast pizza. That was nice. It was worth it. It's. I mean, guys, I got up at fucking 3 today, and everybody acts like I'm late as fuck. Hey, relax. Still up at fucking 3. Now it's noon. I'm hungry. I'll probably stop for something. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that riding lawnmower. I haven't looked at it. I bought it. I brought it home. I mowed with it, and then I put it in the shed. I have not looked at it in a while. I'm hoping that the guy that I bought it from, uh, well, I'm just hoping the tires hold air. They looked like they held air, but I only had my eyes on it for a couple of hours. That they could be flat. If I go home and I go in my shed, I open it up and that thing's fucking crooked because it's got flat tires. I'm like, damn it, dude! it's So sad. Now I gotta air up the tires. That means I'm gonna have to run, get my extension cord, run it from the back deck, go grab my air compressor, bring it over. Guess I could just fill up the air compressor in the garage, walk it out there. Would you get out of the way, Nissan? Jesus. I'm tired of being in the fast lane. I got over to let you on the highway, and now I got traffic behind me in the fast lane. I got you passing me slow as fuck in the right lane. Come on now. We can all work together here and make this work out. What was it? I was going to talk about it. I forgot about what it was. Maybe I'll remember it next time. I'm out of here. I'm done. There's new Joe Rogan. I want to listen to it. Adios. Keep all 18 down. Talk to you later.